Okay.
Yo, what up, everybody? My name is Mr. Brooks.
And my name is Don the Almighty Grimm. And this is the news break. Welcome. Just in case you're wondering, this is the place that you come to listen to us talk about shit that we think we know everything about, but we actually don't. So we just like to give our opinions and occasionally throw a fact in there. So that's what it is. Bam, done. Anyways, Mr. Brooks.
AKA the same fucking thing.
Every damn time. Yes.
Yes.
Truth be told, we won't tell you any lies. You can fact check us on that. But you have to use the IWTK fact checking agency in order to fact check us, though. Okay? Remember that. Anyways, this episode, Mr. Brooks, would you mind, please, telling these good folks what it is they've gotten themselves into this time?
It's the some of you pussies out there that are like fucking hate guns and you're so fucking scared of the goddamn guns and shit, but don't understand that that's the only thing that's kept your ass in a fucking free country this whole time. Talking about you motherfuckers. The whole idea that a safer community exists with no weaponry in the good guys' hands is psychotic. So, this whole gun grab, the whole fucking gun control, which is really mostly about control and almost nothing about guns other than they're scared of you with one,
Right.
Much like the forefathers knew they would be one day, hence the fucking right.
Right. Well, see, right now, what is it, HR 127? I believe I got that correct. I would look it up, but I don't want to waste the time. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about.
New machine gun, right?
Well, they want to put new requirements and restrictions and all kinds of things in place for law-abiding gun owners and future gun purchasers. Basically, they want to make it as close as possible for anybody to actually own and keep a firearm in the United States now. I mean, as soon as you start implementing things like you need to take a 24-hour training course, I mean, you have to rack up 24 hours of training to own a pistol. Mandatory insurance to own a firearm. If you miss your fucking payment on your insurance, so you have to go and turn in your firearms and your ammo, or they'll come to your door and come take it. You have to you have to let them know what firearms you have, how much ammo. You have to tell them where you're storing it, and all this information is shared not just with the ATF and fucking FBI, your local law enforcement, but also the military. Tell me why on earth our fucking military needs to know what guns I have in my home and where they're at, unless they're planning on coming to try to fight me for them.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't want the military involved in a motherfucking thing in my personal life.
Hell no.
But to go back to the beginning, what's so you don't think that they should have some sort of training? You don't think that's anything?
Okay.
Like, no. Wait, hold on. Now, I don't. I mean, I get that. I have the right to fucking bear arms. If I want to go buy a gun, whether I know how to use it or not, I should be able to. But I don't know. It's a catch-22 because if a motherfucker's crazy, I guess it could be said that, okay, so if there's a 24-hour fucking training situation, then that means there's 24 hours before you can legally run out of here with a fucking gun. Gives you time to cool off and all those things.
It's not a 24-hour training thing as far as like a straight 24 hours. It's it's broken down into segments where you go in one weekend, put in your training for X amount of hours.
Right, I understand, but I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with that.
Well, the problem with that is that right now, I think it's a 30-day wait, or something like that. Something like that to get a pistol. There's a 10-day or 11-day wait or whatever for like a rifle or a shotgun, and which is fine. If they're going to run their background check and all that, and that's fine. They should do the background checks. They should do them more thoroughly, because there's actually things out there that they're currently not checking that they should be checking. Like if somebody, commits a crime or something while they're in the military, these background checks we have going, the majority of them right now don't even access that information. So you could have somebody that fucking shot someone in the face point blank range while they were in the fucking military, got out as a civilian, and it's not even on the fucking. It won't be on the goddamn background check that's being done in the civilian world for a fucking firearm. Um, they're changing that, of course. And the other thing that I really think is that son of a bitch that goes to buy a gun, especially something that can be concealed, they should have a psych eval. And I'm not saying that you have to sit down, with with a fucking panel of psychologists and make it some big elaborate thing, but at least try to find the ones that you think could do harm. And if there's some red flags, then at that point it should be something that's more extensive, just to see, okay, is this just an anomaly, or is this an actual issue with this person? Then you find somebody that's a fucking loon and you don't give them a fucking gun, period.
Well, I mean, those kind of things I think we've been agreeing on for years. That there needs to be more done to make sure that the wrong morons can't get a fucking gun. But I feel like I'm going to have to, I still don't see the problem with the other one, the 24-hour thing. If you have to wait 30 days, what else are you doing anyway? You can't have the gun. You might as well fucking learn how to use it.
I'm paying per session to go take a 24-hour training session.
Okay, well, that's new information. Now, you didn't say it cost the damn
even if
money.
It didn't cost anything. Even if it didn't cost anything, there's no way you can justify for me a 24-hour, training session. 24 hours worth of training for a gun, because I've been to the fucking hunter safety course already and learned so much.
Yeah, but that's
just in a couple hours.
That's you though. A lot of people don't. They just go up there and go, I want to buy a gun, and then they stare at it through the barrel because they don't even know how to fucking do anything with it. Isn't it better that we force them to learn at least some sort of safety? Because that,
of course it is.
You might have gotten safety. You've taken classes and all that shit, but the average person probably hasn't. Now they're all scared about some fucking bullshit they saw on the news, so they run out and get a gun. It's better off to make them learn some sort of safety measures rather than just let them run around wild. I think. I mean, I don't know.
Here in California, the basic that we have for buying, okay, if I go to Big Five, a sporting goods store out here, I don't know if you have them out there or not, but they have firearms here, and you can walk in, buy a fucking Mossberg 500, 12 gauge pump action, whatever, or fucking Springfield semi-auto, whatever. You can just walk in and buy a fucking shotgun. Of course, you're gonna have to wait whatever number of days it is, but in order to buy the shotgun, you have to fill out a questionnaire thing. It's basically like a common sense thing. Do you know the proper procedures for handling this firearm? You can take it home, study it, and then come back but you have to fill it out in front of them. You can take it home and study it and whatnot, but you have to fill it in front of them, so they know you didn't just copy a bunch of shit off. They can actually watch that. Okay, you did memorize this shit. Good, but it's only like one page. And it's whatever place you go to, they put it on file. I think it's for like 2 years or something like that. So if you want to buy another firearm, it's good for another firearm up to whatever the fucking the expiration of it is, and you got to fill out another one. Make sure that your fucking mind hasn't deteriorated, and you can still pass the fucking thing. I mean, it's simple things like if you're walking with a loaded fucking shotgun, do you keep it aimed at the ground, or do you keep it aimed up in the air? Well,
yeah, but that's useless as fuck. I mean, that's either somebody either way, you're not going to get that wrong. Even if I'm going to hold it up and point it, I'm going to kill 100 people. You're not going to fucking say that. Those kind of answers are the same thing when you fill out a job application and they go, would you steal money from us? And you're like, yeah, but I'm not going to tell you. That's not really, I don't know. I feel like,
these are safety things, not like integrity things, safety things. This
I understand.
What I'm getting at is I'm not saying that this is good enough. I am not saying it's good enough. I'm not saying that it should be all that's required. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is this is what they're doing now. And do I agree with it? Yes, I do agree with it. But do I think it's enough? No. I think there should be more to it. There should be, there should be some sort of training. But dude, there's nothing that you can teach me about a firearm, the safety of it, the handling, storage, and all that I can't learn in a total of maybe
But
pushing it
that's
to
just
4 hours.
you. That's you. That's you and people like you, like millions of other people that are going to buy guns. So it's like you have to ask yourself, am I, do you want to them, even though you already know, you just get in there and do like everybody else so that you know and have a peace of mind that the dumbass next to you at the fucking red light, even though you got the review because you already know, them motherfuckers got a crash course in a fucking something that might save somebody else's life. So, I mean, I don't give a fuck either way. I mean, you know my deal. So it's like, whatever. It doesn't matter for me. But, like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I can't say that I'm completely against it because I don't know how that they would do it. Like you said, if you're waiting 30 days, you don't have much else to fucking do other than take a couple of classes and get some fucking safety shit. But I'm not saying that it should be a law either. I don't know what's right. I'm just saying that it doesn't fucking matter because if they take away the guns, which is the ultimate goal, we'll see the rise of what's already the most would be knife attacks. That's the most it's ever been. Unless you want to talk about the times when people were set on fire. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if it comes between burning to death, getting stabbed to death, or fighting a fucking lion with my hands, I'd much rather be shot and killed. That's the most humane way I can think of to die as a gun. So I don't know why the fuck they're against it, except they can be very fucking lethal from way over there. And
And that wait, let me interject there for a second. I got something to point out. I truly believe that the one reason that our current administration doesn't have a problem with saying go out and get yourself a shotgun is because a shotgun has such a short range.
It's useless in a fucking war.
Yeah, it's such a short range. That's why a lot of them you'll see that they have the handles, the shortened barrel, and the dark colors for the tactical use because you're coming around corners, hallways, and whatnot in close quarters. It's fine for that. But if you go and try to bucket somebody from across the street, anything that does hit them, they're going to be like,
"Ow, son of a bitch! What the fuck
wrong with you?" If you got somebody, coming back at you with an AR.
I guess it's all right.
Yeah, you got it halfway embedded in your skin, like
pop it out.
You little son of a bitch. Fuck was it? Fucking BB gun? What the fuck? But no, that's what I honestly believe is that because they have all the long range shit, they're okay with us having short range shit.
Right, yeah. And I mean, it's so crazy because people know. Well, maybe they don't know, but if they don't know, they need to fucking look. That's how the Holocaust and a lot of the other fucking things that Hitler did kicked off was starting with a registry like we already have to find out who's got if we know who has the guns, then we can, if something happens, we'll know who did it. Yay. And we can all be safe. And so they registered them. And, these are what old ass ladies from back then said in these interviews I watched, and that it wasn't enough. And he came back later and wanted to, this isn't working. We just need to give the guns. Just give us your guns because this is, it's not working. And they stood in line, man, and threw their guns in a fucking pile. And then, history already knows what happens next. So, like, this literally what the fuck they've been trying to accomplish. I mean, the government, especially the fucking Democratic government, has been using, like, Nazi Hitler tactics ever since back then. The government took people that were Nazis and the people that worked for Hitler, the ones they didn't kill, they brought over here and put them to fucking work. Like, most of our fucking system is based off of the fucking way he ran things. And people just sit back and go, it would never happen in America. And like, motherfucker, America is made up from all the other fucked up countries. What the fuck are you talking about? Right. What makes us so special? I don't understand why people just get this thing in their head that it would never happen again. It's happening all over the world right now, but you're just, same as we've always said. For 10 years, we've been saying, you're too busy fucking watching Kardashians and devil shoes and Miley trying to fucking twerk. Like, that's all the fuck y'all care about. Meanwhile, they're just fucking sneaking up and behind your ass.
Pardon me. Let me bring up another thing that they want to add. They want to not only be able to do a psych eval of you, which is fine. I agree with that. But they also want to be able to question your spouse, your children, possibly neighbors and other family members and whatnot, And they will even go as far, and it says this in the bill. They'll even go to your ex-spouse if you're divorced. Now that's fucked because I can just imagine how many vindictive ass women will say she's like, oh, he's a goddamn lunatic, just to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Just you could be
What's
the
he done
nicest,
now?
yeah, you could be the nicest guy. Just want to go and buy a firearm to protect your family and protect your kids and whoever the hell else is around you, and she's gonna go and fuck you up, so you can't do that. Just he's a
Well,
lunatic. Oh, okay, so that's
the thing
some bull.
is, it's never gonna fucking it's never gonna work, man. The shit they're trying to do is just obviously the same old same, man. Like, obviously you can't take guns away from anybody except the law abiding citizen, which is fucked because it's obvious that they must think or they must know that criminals are not going to attack them or something. And maybe they won't. They get fucking handouts basically from the fucking government when it's democratically ran. So it's like they only want to take it away from people that did it properly. They hate every goddamn thing that we fucking stand for as a country. They hate the fucking veterans. They hate the fucking blacks and all the minorities. I don't give a motherfuck what they say. They hate you. They fucking hate you more than they hate us. And they hate us too. None of us are them. It's not even a black and white thing, but they have just fucking used all of the minorities for years, but that's another story. But they don't want anything American, and owning a gun to protect your family is something that is just part of the fucking bloodline, and you might as well fucking get with it because I'm telling you, man, there's a goddamn huge part of this country that most of them cocksuckers have never seen before that they don't want to fucking see, and it's packed full of fucking colored people, all kind of colored people, fucking white, black, fucking everything. And they are fucking packing tons of ammunition. So please fuck around, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to use the military to stop the fucking citizens because I would venture to say, and I think I've actually read it before, that the fucking citizens of this country has more guns than the fucking government can get. So it's not going to be pretty, man. The best thing would be to fucking do right by the people and don't have the people put a foot in your motherfucking ass.
When was it North Dakota when they had that standoff? You see how many people showed up? There were not a whole lot of citizens there. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was enough because every single one of them was armed, but there wasn't a whole lot of them. Now imagine that little sparsely populated area compared to okay, let's see the government try to roll through a major fucking city. Like, I don't know, let's say somewhere down in Texas, for example. Well, I mean, to begin with, Texans are pretty proud of the fact that they can go pick up a fucking M16 or an M4 at a goddamn 7-Eleven. I mean,
yeah, you get a free 22 where they all fill up.
Right. You fill up your Slurpee and you get some free fucking ammunition. Yeah.
Yeah, we love Texas. You motherfuckers is wild.
Yeah, I mean, but imagine the government trying to roll through Texas and how many people down there is like, oh, they're coming for what?
Yeah, I'll give you my bullets, motherfucker. I'll give you my bullets.
One at a time. One at a fucking time.
Damn lead poison out in this motherfucker.
Shit. But there's so many places like that, though. Like, imagine Idaho. So beautiful, peaceful, but every sumbitch up there got a gun rack. The high schools up there have shooting teams. I mean, the motherfuckers walking around with big ass firearms on their hips, just wherever they go.
I'm telling you, man. The California and like New York and the top part of the East Coast and a couple little fucking places across the top of the map are fucking losing their goddamn minds with this kind of behavior. And what I'm telling you is these motherfuckers do not know. It's like they don't know. And like we were talking about the other day, man, most states, I don't give a fuck, including California, most of it's fucking woods. You know what I'm saying? They act like that and only because they grew up there that they just think that the rest of the country is just non-existent or something. And I'm like, where do you think these 330 million motherfuckers are? They're from fucking Carolinas to California, all in between those. All these people on the side of here, they don't even fucking know that those people out there living all through them mountains have fucking just A basement full of goddamn bazookas, man. I know motherfuckers that have goddamn all kinds of bulletproof vests and fucking machine guns, and I've seen rocket launchers. We got fucking hand grenades in my fucking people's house, man. Like, I've seen all that shit. I mean, motherfuckers like, goddamn, he brings shit out, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, what are you, a collector? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean he's got one of each kind of gun. He's got like fucking, like 12 goddamn sniper rifles and, all these fucking machine guns and shit. Like, I don't, I'm like, just when the end of the world comes, man, I'm coming over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. I'll be kicking it in your basement with you. Yeah, for real.
Man, they got the fucking, the whatever goddamn grass suit. What's the grass suit? The ghillie suit thing.
Yeah.
They got all that shit, man. Army helmets and shit. I mean, these motherfuckers out here practicing, man, out in the woods. Like, these militias. And don't get me wrong. I know if you say that nowadays, they think it's some kind of goddamn skinhead crew or something. No, there's militias that are, again, all colors involved. I mean, like, it's called a patriotism, and don't be scared of it. You motherfuckers think that patriotism means something evil all of a sudden.
Oh my God. But look, folks, we're coming down to the end of the show right now, and there's so much more to discuss on this topic. We're going to have to get on this again because we didn't even get halfway through the first part of what we planned on getting through. There's so much more to it. This gun grab is it's horrible. When it comes time to vote, vote with what you know is right. You want the bad guys to be the only ones out there with the guns. You want to have everybody disarmed so the government can just take control. At the fucking drop of a hat, boom. Then that's fine. Then that's how you vote. But you're not going to get my support. And I'm not going to help you if I find out that's you. Anyways, we will be touching back on this again. So thank you all for watching. Much appreciated. And yeah. Love y'all so much.
Peace.